everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. The name of this YouTube channel is 12 Reasons, and I'm your host, Maureen Cherono. The purpose of this channel is to challenge you, encourage you, and cheer you on in your faith journey. And I hope that you get to learn something from today's video. Today's video is about 12 relationship red flags that we see in the Bible from the story of Rachel. And I hope that you get to learn something that you can use in your own life that can help you. The seventh red flag we see and we should take note of in relationship is when someone you're dating is lying. When they're lying to you, when they're lying to others, this is a red flag and you need to take it very seriously. And we see this in Rachel's story, where Rachel, after stealing the household gods of her father, they actually went, and because when Laban came back, Laban was Jacob's father-in-law. When he came back and found that Jacob had left and taken his wives and his possessions with him, he followed them. And when he pursued them, he asked them, "Why did you steal my idols?" And Jacob allowed him to look through all their possessions and check to see if he will find the idol. So when he looked through their possessions, what Rachel did is that she put the idol somewhere, then put a camel's saddle on top and sat on it. And then when her father came and asked her and was looking for the idol in her room, she said that she could not get up because she was on her monthly period, or the law of women was upon her. So she lied to her father so that he could not find the idol. So when your partner is lying to you and you find out, do not overlook it. This is a red flag. Now, the eighth red flag that we see in this story is when someone is deceptive. Now, it does not mean that they blatantly lie, but they are not open and honest about what they are doing. They are doing things secretly behind your back, or they have a secret life that you do not know of, but that they have kept hidden and withheld from you. When you see this in a relationship, this is a red flag. And we see in this story, this really cost Rachel. Because when Rachel stole the household idol of her father, she did not let her husband know. So when Laban, Rachel's father, finally caught up with Jacob and his family and asked them about the idol, Jacob was absolutely sure that nobody in his group had the idol. And because he was so sure about that, he said that whoever is found with that idol, they should die. And unknowingly, Rachel's husband and father put a curse on her. So when you see that your partner is not open about areas in their lives, maybe this is something they can improve if given an opportunity. But if after time and conversation after conversation they are not willing to change, this is a relationship red flag that you need to take seriously. So do not overlook it. The ninth red flag that we see in this story is when your partner is someone who speaks carelessly. Either they speak carelessly of people, or they go to the extent of insulting. If the person that you're in a relationship with is insulting you, insulting others, this is a red flag. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So this means that words are very, very important. So when they are insulting you, it is more than just the insult, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we see this in the story of Rachel, where because of the pain that when Rachel was giving birth to her second-born, Benjamin, because of the pain she was in, she named her child Ben-Oni, which means son of my trouble. And back then, names were so significant and they determined the destiny of a person. And they still do that to date. And when Jacob saw that, he came and renamed the son's name to Benjamin. So if the person that you're in a relationship with is careless with their words, it does not matter the excuse they give, that you made them angry or they were just mad, or they were just in a bad mood. When someone insults you or speaks carelessly to you, it means they do not value you, they do not respect you, and this is a red flag. Do not overlook it, or you will regret it in the near future. The 10th red flag that we see and we learn from this story is when someone that you're in a relationship with does not value or love themselves. When someone that you're in a relationship with does not value or love themselves, they will not be able to value or love you the way you should be loved, because you can only love someone how you love yourself. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You cannot attempt to give someone something that you don't have, or that you've not given to yourself first of all. And in the story of Rachel, we see this because she did not really love herself. Because if she loved herself, she would not have gone to steal the idol of her father and end up having a curse declared on her. And her life ends up ending prematurely because of the decisions that she made. Because someone who loves and values themselves will consider, okay, if I do this, what are the consequences? Am I going to enjoy what is going to happen to me shortly after this? The 11th red flag that we see in this story is when you're dating someone who does not have a relationship with God. Now, God will always respect your choice. And He wants, in the Bible, God says that He encourages us to date, that believers should date believers. And just because someone goes to church does not make them a believer. The person you're dating should have a relationship with God, a personal relationship with God that exists beyond Sunday. Because if their relationship with God does not exist, then they will not know how to treat you. It means that they are really not who they say they are. They are really not believers, or really not submitted to God. So a relationship red flag that you need to take note of is this. Look at the person you're dating and consider their relationship with God. They could be a bishop, but do they have a relationship with God? They could have big titles in church. They could be the church server of the year. They could be cleaning the church every Sunday. But do they know God? Do they value God? Do they honor Him in what they do? In this story, we see that, or we can deduce that Rachel really did not have a relationship with God, a personal relationship with God, or else those idols would not have been enticing to her to take from her father, because she would have trusted God, and then she would have known that her children are a gift from God, and would not have threatened her husband to give her children or she dies. 12th red flag that we see from this story is when the person that you're in a relationship with does not truly love you, and you can tell, because this springs off from the 11th reason, which when they do not have a relationship with God, they cannot truly love you. Because they do not have a relationship with God, they do not love or value themselves. How can they have something to love you with? The Bible says that everyone that loves is born of God. So we know how to love because we know God. So if this person does not love you, and you can tell when someone does not love you, and where can we get this? We get this from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where it says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not dishonor others. So if this person does not love you, this is a red flag, and you need to take it into consideration. So this brings to an end the 12 red flags of relationship.